All right, Namaste, Witchlings. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi, welcome. I am Di, your favorite yoga witch, spreading kindness and love, living a magical life through yoga. This is our Di the Yoga Witch podcast, so welcome back to Di the Yoga Witch podcast. I am so thrilled that you are here to stir up some magic with me today. This month, we are embarking on a journey into strength and resilience. And for the very first week of August, technically we're getting there, we are laying the groundwork with foundations of strength. So, there it is. Haha. Now, when we hear the word strength, more often than not, our minds jump straight to physical prowess, right? Big muscles, lifting heavy things, running marathons. And while that is certainly a part of it, true strength, lasting strength, extends far beyond the physical. It's about the resilience of your spirit, the stability of your mind, and the unwavering nature of your heart. Think of an oak tree. Oaken shield. Or an oaken shield. Anyway, think of a mighty oak tree. It doesn't just stand tall because of its branches. It stands because of its deep, intricate root system, firmly anchored to the earth, in the earth. Without those roots, even the most beautiful tree would topple in the first strong wind. Our lives? Much the same. So, what are these foundations we're talking about? Well, firstly, yes, the physical foundation, your body. This isn't about pushing yourself to extremes, but about understanding and honoring your physical form. It's about building a sustainable practice, whether it's yoga, walking, dancing, something that supports your well-being. It's about nourishing your body with good food and adequate rest, something many of us are guilty of. And when your body feels stable, your mind can feel more at ease. Next, the mental foundation. This involves cultivating a mindset of resilience. It's about recognizing thought patterns that serve you and those that don't. It's about developing the ability to observe your thoughts without getting swept away by them. This foundation is built through practices like mindfulness, meditation, and pranayama, conscious breath work. When your mind is clear and focused, you can then navigate challenges with greater calm. That's always a good thing. And then the emotional foundation. This is about understanding your emotions, allowing yourself to feel them without judgment, and developing healthy coping mechanisms, as opposed to unhealthy ones like overeating, smoking, drinking, and self-medicating. This is about self-compassion and learning to respond to life's up and downs with grace. Journaling, some honest reflection, and creating safe spaces for expression are key here. When your emotional landscape is steady, you can weather any storm. And then finally, our spiritual foundation. This is not necessarily about religion, but about your connection to something larger than yourself. Now, whether that's nature, a higher power, or just a deep sense of purpose, it's about aligning with your values and living authentically. Always important. This foundation brings a profound sense of meaning and direction. This week, I am inviting you, my witchlings, to reflect on your own foundations. Which ones feel sturdy? Which ones might need a little extra care and attention? Perhaps it's just a daily 5-minute meditation to anchor your mind, or maybe a conscious effort to eat a nourishing meal, or simply even taking just a moment to breathe deeply when you're feeling overwhelmed. All right, that reminds me, Cottonmouth. So, grabbing a bottle of water. All right. I am out of coffee, which kind of sucks for me. But y'all will see my buy me a coffee link while we're talking too. All right, so in our yoga practice, we have, excuse me, in our yoga practice, our foundational poses like Tadasana, mountain pose, truly embody this idea. Standing tall, your feet rooted, spine. Why am I so chunky today? All right, standing tall, feet connected. We're going to try this paragraph one more time. Standing tall, feet rooted, spine long, feeling connected to the earth below and the sky above. It is simple yet profoundly powerful. It's also one of the most difficult poses that yoga has because it is so simple. So, as we move through this week, let's consciously dedicate some time to strengthening these vital foundations within ourselves. Remember, you are building something incredible, something resilient, something uniquely you. And there is no shame in therapy, right? We were talking about that mental foundation a minute ago. There is no shame in therapy. Therapy can help you learn those healthier coping mechanisms. Sometimes something like DBT, dialectical behavior therapy, can be amazing for those of us who are living with trauma responses that like to hijack our brains and take over when even the least triggered. So physical, well, we all need exercise. Keeps us young, keeps us moving, keeps us healthy. It doesn't have to be some vigorous thing like you go on a 5-mile hike every other day. It can be as simple as, if you're like me and you have dogs, take the dog for a walk. Get a good little walk in there that at least gets you moving and gets you active. That helps clear the cobwebs out of your brains. Motion creates emotion. So if you're feeling kind of crummy and crappy emotionally, you're ticked off, you're depressed, get out, walk, get some sunshine, get some fresh air. It miraculously helps. I don't understand why exactly, but I know it does. If you are feeling okay, hi, Autistic ADHD Witch here. I have discovered that one of the things I love the most about my yoga practice is after I do a 15-20 minute yoga flow, even if I'm just doing sun salutations over and over again, my mind slows down enough that I might actually be able to keep up with a train of thought for 2 seconds. This is miraculous. And then that spiritual foundation. As I said, we're not necessarily meaning a religious foundation. Something outside of you that gives you... Inspiration isn't the word I want, but it gives you, a reason to keep going. That is your spiritual foundation. Maybe you're like me and you like to share knowledge with people, or you like to learn. Those can also be aspects of your spiritual foundation. Let's see what else. Ooh, journaling. Want to talk about journaling? I actually, journaling has been one of my biggest habits. I have been a diary keeper since I was 13 and got my first diary for my birthday. That was awesome. Shadow work can also go along with helping you build that foundation. Take those emotions and behaviors that you have stuffed away because you were taught as a child they weren't socially acceptable. Bring them out into the open, into the light, and see if maybe there are ways that you can tweak them so that they are more socially appropriate. Or maybe you learn that it wasn't socially inappropriate after all. You were just a little kid with big feelings. It's a thing. So, Friday night guided meditation. This is a thing we do here. Come on out and join me tomorrow night for our guided meditation here on YouTube, where we're going to delve deeper into grounding and inner stability. The details are up on my website, yogavitdailin.com/live or live streams. That's where you can catch it. And then also, speaking of foundations, we have our Sanskrit word of the week that it perfectly encapsulates this entire theme. It is a word that speaks to steadiness and unwavering presence. Check out the blog for that one. It has been a fantabulous time chit-chatting with y'all, but Witchy Mama has stuff to do, including feeding puppers and feeding humans. So, I am going to say I love you guys to bits and pieces. So let's get out there and touch some grass. Have a fantabulously magical rest of your day. Go out and spread love, spread joy, and spread kindness. There is already so much darkness and hate in this world. Can we try to be a beacon of light and hope for those who have lost their way in the dark? Also, be sure you tell your loved ones, be they human, scaly, furry, or feathered, that you really do love them beyond measure. I just lost a friend this week, and I can tell you that freaking text message or phone call sucks balls. I'm grateful for all of you who have stuck around. Please, can we appease the algorithm gods once this is all done and over with? Leave a comment that is not in my chat of at least 7 words. Tell me your favorite crystal, your favorite herb, plant, your favorite scent, be it candle, perfume, incense, or just take a cue from Panic at the Disco. Hey, look, I made it. Yay, it works. All right, you guys, get out there, touch some grass, enjoy the weather. Don't overheat, and have a wonderful day or night filled with magic, joy, and love. Always, always, always remember, you are loved, you are wanted, and you are needed. You genuinely do also have a purpose here, even if you haven't quite figured it out yet. Took me 40 years. I will see you guys all soon. I love you to bits. Namaste, Witchlings. Your subscription ensures you never miss a moment of mystical insight, especially if you ring that bell. For a deeper dive into exclusive content, behind-the-scenes glimpses, bonus blog posts, monthly rituals, and my weekly yoga classes, consider popping over to Patreon and joining the coven there. If you're feeling particularly generous, a virtual coffee is always appreciated. This Gen X witch, raised on 80s vibes, thrives on caffeine and a dash of well-placed sarcasm. Are you seeking personalized guidance? Well, in that case, visit yogawithdyliden.com to schedule a one-on-one yoga session where we can work together to restore balance and alignment to your mind, body, and spirit. I'm honored to craft meaningful rituals and services for all life's milestones. House blessings, cleansings, spiritual life coaching, and personalized tarot and pendulum readings are also available. Check out those offerings at dietheyogawitch.com. Don't miss out on your daily doses of divination. Tune in tomorrow for another episode, Monday through Saturday, same bat time, same bat channel, 1:30 p.m. Pacific time. And there's even more enchantment to weave into your week. Join me for our weekly rituals. Sundays, let's all gather around the cauldron for coffee and cues with Di the Yoga Witch at 1:30 p.m. Pacific time on Sundays. Bring your favorite brew and we'll delve into the mystical and the everyday, answering your questions and sharing the witchy wisdom I've gathered over the last 3 decades. Thursdays, tune into Di the Yoga Witch podcast for a fusion of yoga and witchcraft designed to inspire and uplift. Friday and Saturday evenings at 8:30 p.m. Seattle time, we offer some unique experiences. Fridays are for relaxation and interconnection. We zen our way into the weekend and unwind with guided meditation or yoga nidra asana, tapping into your inner magic and bringing that magical life into your yoga practice. Saturday evenings, brace yourself for Bitch and Witch Angry Veteran Rants. I will be tackling current events that spark my passionate opinions, offering perspectives and suggestions for positive change.